Hi everyone, Carol here from Carol's Crafty Ways. Hope you're all okay and having a great day. So I'm super excited today because what arrived in the post yesterday was my Lou Collins bundle, and I'm so super excited. There's so much in here and I just can't wait to start having a go with it all. So let me just show you what you get. So you get the words and letters. So you've got 8 sheets in here, 2 designs. You've got one with sentiments on and one with letters on. You get the embossing folder, flowers. You get these leaves and florals washi sheet pack. Now I've never used these, so that's what I think I'm going to make a card with today. You get this lovely background stamp of a book page, and I just love book pages, so definitely going to use that. You get your die, leaf background die. That's probably the next one I'm going to use. These lovely images. So I'm still thinking about what I can do with these, and some fantastic sentiments on here. You get the foliage wreath. This is going to be super exciting. Get a stamp with this 19-piece die set and stamp. Amazing. Leafy borders. I'm tempted that I'm going to use some of those today, and the leaf background, which I can't wait to use as well. But what I think I'm going to use today is the 2-piece die set, the stamp, and the washi sheet pack. I've got an idea in my head what I'm going to do, so I will use some other things. I've got some oxides, so I've been giving it some thought. I've got some oxides out that I'm thinking I may use with it that kind of go with these colours. So I've got tea dye, bundled sage, mowed lawn, forest moss, and vintage photo. And I've also got my VersaFine pine cone art and my brushes to go with my oxides. So let's start by getting one of these washi stickers out, washi sheets. Now there is in here 4 designs. So you've got this design here, or you've got this design here. I think I want to use that one there, the roses on. I think it's amazing. And my thinking is that I'm going to cut that out of an oval. And I did get out my Phil Martin Sentimentally Yours frilly edge dies. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to have to cut off a little bit of it, but I'm not too worried about that, because I think if I do any bigger oval, then I'm still gonna be missing a little bit, and I just think it might be too big. I haven't decided what size card I'm doing yet. I may do A5, or I may actually do one of my special size cards. We'll see when we start. But I think the first thing I've got to do is get this off onto a piece of white card. So let me get a piece of white card. I think that we carefully need to peel this off. Say, I've never ever used these before, so this is new to me. Start from the top, then we'll meet it in the middle. Maybe I'm doing this wrong, but kind of how I think it should be. I think that should be off now. I'm going to put it so I've got enough room. Wow. Fold it over a little bit. Guess you've got to be careful of that folding over. That's it. Wow, that is, can't even see that's on there, can you? Amazing. Love that. Let's put that to one side. So, as I say, these Phil Martin dies, the frilly edge ones, they come with an outer and an innie, if you like. And I realise I'm going to cut some of this off, but I'm not too worried about that. So let's get some tape and tape that down. I'll come across a bit. I'm okay with that there. Nitty. Okay, I'm back to my magic mat. I think if I'm not using intricate dies, it's kind of okay. But if I'm using intricate dies, for me, this don't work. Any tips? Greatly appreciated, but I don't find it works. Love it. Absolutely love that. Okay. So what I want to do now is I'm going to cut one of these in white. It's a white card. That will just fit on there. It will. Okay. Let's get that through. That up there. I'm going to cut out those bits out, and that's going on there, but I'm going to do some inking, so let's get rid of these dies out of the way now. But first of all, I want to now cut some of these. Let's see what this is. I think there's a corner die in there. Let's have a look. Right, I want to cut one of these. Actually, I might do two. So let's get one cut out, see what this looks like. I'll get those bits out in a minute, but I think I want another one. Let's just get the bits out of there. Get rid of that. And cut another one. I may not use it. I may not use it, but I'm going to cut one. Just don't come off the dye machine quick enough for me. Right. Okay, let's get rid of that. And poke it up. I had somebody mention the other day that when I used the heat gun, it was rather loud, although somebody else said it wasn't. So it could be something to do with settings on the PC. I've got the mic on, so I will try when I do it. If I use the heat gun, I'm not using it today, to not have it as close to the microphone. But I really can't help the noise of a heat gun, to be honest. They are loud, especially the wild one. It's very loud, and I do like the wild one. I have got one of the Ranger ones as well. If I'm doing some embossing or something, I do prefer the wild one. But for drying, sometimes I will use the Ranger one. I'm going to do some inking on these, I think, as well. I am. Get all the bits out so they're all prepared. So, get rid of these bits. Okay, so I'll just get the bits out of here. I've just cleaned up in here. That's all over the floor again now. Never mind. Right, let's put this away in its folder. I love the folders it comes in as well. They're great for just storing them. And then there's just a little flap that closes. So let's pop that out of the way. So we're done with that. Okay, so I'm going to use the stamp now. I need to bring in the Misty for this because the Alt No won't work. And I've got a piece of spare brown card I've got here. So I'll pop that in the corner. And then let's stamp this onto brown card. I just love this sort of brown card and tan together. Is there a right way or wrong way? That's the top. Not that it matters really, but let's get that centre on. And then, as I say, I haven't decided what size card I want to do yet, so we will decide that in a moment. Let's get that lifted up. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this in Versafine Claire Pinecone. Plenty on. Hopefully you can see. As I say, the Alt No, these stamps are too big for it. Do love it, but unfortunately it's not. I just put that phone on silent. Unfortunately it's not. I'm going to clean that bit off the middle. Just lift that a minute because it's not, that's better, it's seated better now. Okay. Might need to go down twice with it, but let's see. Let's get the... Yeah, it needs another second one, especially around the edge. I think it's supposed to sort of fade towards the centre. Just clean off. Not that it matters, though, get it in the middle because the die cuts go in there, but I'm just a bit... Okay, happy with that. And I put that to one side because I want that to dry before I do anything else. So let's clean this stamp up. We can move on to leave that in there, put a piece of paper in it and leave that in there while it's drying. Okay, let's bring my blending board in. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to give this here a bit of a edging. So I'm thinking that the tea dye might look nice with that. So I'm just going to take my blending brush and I'm going to take it from the board and just bring it round. I don't want it all the way, I just want to take that stark whiteness off. Love them. I know she did this in the Magnolia. I might be purchasing that next. I know the Magnolia dyes are out of stock. I'm kind of waiting for that to come back in stock. There we go. And then that gives it that sort of vintage shabby chicy look. So let's get rid of that. Okay. I'm just going to give this a blast, but I'm going to try and do it off the... That should do it. So let's bring the card in, because I just want to decide what size card I'm going to do. So if I do one of my sized cards, I'm going to have to trim that up anyway, even if I do an A5. So let's do that. I'm not really bothered about having the page number, and it's missed that there. So let's just make a really smallish border around it. I'm not really bothered about that bit at the bottom. It's the outer edge that I really like and want. So let's see how that fits onto there now. Okay, it wants a bit more off the sides. Okay, so that I'm kind of happy with for that size card, but let me just check, because as I say, I just can't make my sort of mind up. I do want to back this in some white, but I'm going to edge round it first. So let's bring blending board back in. And I want to use vintage photo around the edge, just to darken up the edges of this. You could distress the sides of it as well, but I'm not going to. And make it really sort of shabby chicy. Just around the edge. Okay. Let's clean this up because I'm going to do those leaves. Pop that to one side. As I say, I want to back this in white. Just a very small border of white. Just going to mark it with a pencil. so I know where I'm going. Okay. Right, so my plan is to have, I need to cut some off the bottom of that, just a smidgen. Let's see. Okay. So my plan is to have that on the centre of there, but again I'm still toying with what size card to use. Right, let's carry on, let's do the leaves. So I want to give these some shading. Right, so I'm going to start with bundled sage. I want to give them some colour. Just want to give them a not want to cover them completely, just so I'm going to go over with some other colours in a minute. Quite sort of delicate, so you do need to be a little bit careful. Okay, just going to take a swig of my tea. I've been trying to drink this for a while. Okay, so now I'm going to go over with some mowed lawn. Just sort of flick it over. Okay, then I'm going to come in with forest moss because I'm trying to match the sort of colours in here. So forest moss, and I just want to catch, yeah, I just want to catch the edges. There we go. The other one. Clean this one off. Get the green off my fingers, otherwise it'll be all over the card. So my plan is to have this. So this is my A5 card. I actually think that might need some black around it. And then I don't think that's too much on that card. Let's just try it on the bigger card. So I'm unsure now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this with black. Just get a piece of black card. So that'll fit on there. This one. Right. Let's just cut a piece of black. Just put them off the top. So that's going to then go on there and on top of the black. Let's see what it's like on these two cards again. So I think that's quite busy. Right, we come back to this one. I mean, I could cut this card down, give us a bit more. If I was to cut that card down and have a big border, and have it hanging over the border, or I can cover this in black and then white. Let's try that. If it doesn't work, there's a piece of black. If it doesn't work, then oh my god, that just fits. Let me just get another piece because it's got too big a border, I think. Black and white, yeah. And let's see, because I am a big card person. I do like big cards. I do. I'd like clean and simple, small ones as well. But I sometimes do like to make a nice big 8x8, or as I say, this size. Like I said to you, I had these cut to work with the Sue Wilson oblong dies. If I thought about it in advance, I could have prepped all this, but I really didn't know what I was going to do till I kind of opened them earlier. Right, let's now get another piece of white with a small border. And see. You're probably all shouting at me saying, oh, I like it on the A5, I like it on the... Okay, so let's now put that on there. And then let's get this. I've not put any of this together yet. There's my black card, is that it? And put that on there. And it's not stuck down. I'm just trying to line it up so I can see what my thinking is. So do it like that. And then I could have some gems coming down here. I do want to get some of the sentiments out as well and have a look what sentiments I might use. Special birthday, do we think? Special, let's have a look. Birthday. So you see, if that goes on there, I wouldn't necessarily need any gems, but I just don't know. I'm going to try it on the other one. But let's mount this onto the white and black, because I know I definitely want the craft coloured card on the white, and then whoops. Oh, my black's fell on the floor and I don't want to wheel my chair over it. Okay. Then let's pop this onto here. Right. Let's get that on there. So we can have that on there. But I just wonder if we just put one of those leaves on and then do special birthday across the bottom. Right over the top. And what else have I got in this pack? What about celebrate? And then just have celebrate across the bottom. Too many decisions. Right, so we could have that. I think 2 of those on an A5 is too much. Right, let me just go back to this one, which I've prepped. I'm not going to glue these because I might not. And let's grab this. And that in the centre. And then go back to special birthday. I still think 2 of those is taking the focus off. Let me just try something. Yeah. Whether I cut them. Because I'm definitely not going to use 2. Let's try that on the A5 card now. Because I'm definitely not going to use 2 of those on either card, so we can cut them. And let's try. That's better. I like that. You might not. I like that. So let's get this popped together now. I'm going to place it all down flat. I'm not giving it any dimension. My tea's really cold. Okay, that's lifted there. Let me just catch that down.